if you lose gratitude, you're never gonna be ever happy. I survived to tell this story. I survived that to shine the light in the darkness. My strength is always coming from, I'm in a position, can talk about this, but there are people actually living through what I went through.
You have seen probably more trauma than anybody that's sat in that chair. And I don't know how much you know about this show, but it's a lot of combat veterans and a lot of special operations guys, and we talk a lot about healing after the traumas of war. I've not heard anything that comes close to what you've experienced. So before we get into coming to the United States, how I'm curious, because I don't want to run out of time on this portion. How are you processing all this? Are you going to therapy? Have you looked at psychedelics? Have you looked at, how do you get through it all?
I think mental strength it can be exercised. So I think even just not talking about it was very hard, because I know I'm traumatized, right? Because it's irrational that I'm gonna worry about my son is going to not think of me as a good person. But I think my strength is always coming from, I'm in a position, can talk about this, but there are people actually living through what I went through. And sometimes even a lot worse. And I think that knowledge gives me strength to keep speaking up.
So you're finding your strength for speaking for the oppressed.
Yeah, for those, because I know what it feels to go through that terror. I'm in a place that people are so good, they talk about trauma, you know? In North Korea, we don't even have that as a concept. And I'm in a place, there's therapy, but actual people who go through this darkness, they don't even know what that is. They just, every day is a torture and terror. So, yeah, if I can't even talk about it, what can I do in the world? And I also believe, like you said, I'm lucky that there's a reason why I got saved. There is only 209 defectors made it to America over the last 80 years.
There's only 209
Yeah.
in the past, did you say
years.
80
Yeah.
years?
So, of course, I'm lucky. Despite everything I've gone through, I'm the luckiest person that I know of. So, I think keeping that perspective is very important. And I don't go to therapy. I don't do any drugs. I am not on any anxiety pills. I never took one. I have done one psychedelic therapy, but
You did?
Once. But
What was it?
I think it was, let's put it that way, it was helpful, but I don't think I thought I needed one again. It wasn't something that I had to do it again. To me, it's more important for me to make a decision on why I survived. I survived to tell this story. I survived that to shine the light in the darkness. And it's bigger than me, right? My story is a lot bigger than me. There are 300,000 of North Korean girls. Their organs are harvested out of them. I didn't get that. I'm so lucky. So I do sometimes worry though, American culture is sometimes overly compassionate. They almost expect you to become a victim. They almost expect you to not to function very well. A lot of people keep asking me how are you so high functional? How are you so positive? Why are you so normal? And there's kind of some expectation that if you've gone through certain trauma, you're almost obligated to feel not as good. And I don't know, it's weird. Even being a mother, the most honorable, beautiful thing that I've ever done, doctors keep asking, the postpartum depression is a normal thing. Do you feel depressed? Every doctor's visit there keep asking you, are you depressed? I'm like, you are making me depressed now by asking that, right? So I try not to get into this cultural mindset where become less resilient. That I know that we are a lot stronger than we are, and I try not let to become less strong. I'm not in a survivor mode in any way, but strength is a good thing. Resilience is a great thing if you can keep that. So I just decided that I can manage it. I mean, if I survive that in real life, of course I can survive the memory of it.
Wow. I was not expecting you to say that, and I think that it is amazing that you're saying you refuse to victimize yourself after everything you've been through. And I think that that is a enormous problem that we're facing in the United States with people victimizing themselves. And to listen to somebody like you with your story who's not victimizing themselves, and to watch the people in the United States who have all these opportunities, to improve whatever portion of their life they think needs to be improved, and they victimize themselves. It's the common theme now, and it's becoming more and more common.
Yeah, it's really sad. It's to see that people are. I mean, it's even today. I was driving here, like even trees are shinier here, and the roads. I mean, the house, the peace, and this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. And if you cannot have a pride to be a member of this country, I mean, what can you ever be proud of in the world? Like, we built this country, we have this country, and it's a miracle.
Yeah.
Of course, it has problems to fix, but everything is. But losing that perspective and losing that gratitude, I think that's very hard. And if you lose gratitude, you're never gonna be ever happy. When you're only grateful, you can be happy.
Hey everybody, I'm Shawn Ryan. Click here to subscribe to the Shawn Ryan Show YouTube channel for the hottest and most compelling interviews that you will not see anywhere else. I've also made a playlist of all the previous SRS episodes so they're easy to find. You can find that right here.